Have you ever been scrolling online and you see the Yamaha logo on a beautiful grand piano, and then like 2 seconds later, you see that same logo on the side of a super fast motorcycle? It's kind of weird, right? It almost feels like it shouldn't be the same company. How can one brand be a master of both delicate music and, well, brutal machines? Okay, let's dive in and solve this fascinating paradox.
So on one hand, you've got Yamaha Corporation. They're literally the world's largest music company, making these incredible instruments known for their perfect sound and touch. But then, you've got Yamaha Motor Company, this absolute beast in the world of raw power and speed. It really feels like two totally separate universes that just happen to share a name and a logo.
So, the big question is, how is this even possible? Is it just some random fluke of corporate history, or is there some kind of hidden logic, a secret strategy that connects the soul of a piano to the heart of an engine? Well, it turns out there absolutely is.
And that logic, that secret, actually has a name. It's a strategy that turns what looks like total corporate chaos into a brilliant, disciplined system for innovation. Let's break down exactly what it is.
Okay, so it's called horizontal transfer of core competencies. I know, that sounds super corporate and jargony, right? But the idea behind it is actually incredibly simple and honestly kind of genius. Instead of starting over every time, Yamaha just takes something they're already amazing at and asks a simple question. All right, where else can we use this skill?
To really get it, you gotta think of Yamaha's expertise like technology trees. Pretty much every single product they make grows from one of these 4 foundational branches. So let's trace the first one, which, believe it or not, all started with wood.
So, Yamaha's whole story kicks off way back in 1887. They're mastering the incredibly difficult art of drying and shaping wood to make perfect piano soundboards. Then, fast forward to World War II. That exact same know-how gets repurposed to build high-precision wooden propellers for aircraft. And today, get this, that same legacy of woodworking is used to create these stunning luxury wood interiors for Lexus cars. A straight line from a piano to a plane to a car. Wild.
But the biggest, most important technology transfer, the one that really solves the whole piano motorcycle paradox, that came from metal. This is the one that changes everything.
So how in the world do you get from a piano to a motorcycle? Well, first you have to understand that a piano's cast iron frame has to withstand over 20 tons of string tension without bending. That's insane pressure. To do it, Yamaha perfected this advanced casting technology. Then, after World War II, their factories were just sitting there, and they had this realization. The exact same process used to make a super strong piano frame was perfect for forging a durable, high-performance motorcycle engine. That's the strategy, right there. The static strength of a musical instrument became the dynamic heart of a machine.
Now, if you thought that was a leap, the next branch of their technology tree took Yamaha on an even more unexpected journey, from the world of sound right into the invisible world of digital data.
See, in the 1970s, Yamaha was building electronic organs, but they just weren't happy with the computer chips they could buy off the shelf. So they made a massive, game-changing decision. They were going to design and manufacture their own custom LSI chips from scratch. This one choice would change absolutely everything. Because they controlled their own chip technology, in 1983 they were able to launch the Yamaha DX7 synthesizer. Now, before the DX7, synths were these crazy expensive, heavy machines that were always going out of tune. But the DX7, powered by Yamaha's own digital chip, was affordable, always perfectly in tune, and it could create sounds nobody had ever heard before. These complex, metallic, digital sounds that old analog synths just couldn't make. And the impact was huge. The DX7 didn't just compete, it basically created a whole new market. I mean that iconic electric piano sound, you know the one, that is the sound of the 80s. From Whitney Houston to Phil Collins, that was the sound of Yamaha's chip technology taking over pop music. But here's where the story gets even crazier. Years later, Yamaha's engineers had this light bulb moment. They realized that the skills you need to process complex audio signals with perfect timing were identical to the skills needed to manage internet data packets. So they took their chip expertise and started building network routers. And in Japan, they became legendary for one thing. They just never crash.
So we've seen the how, this whole technology transfer thing. But what about the why? What's the philosophy that connects all of these incredibly different products? Well, it's a concept that is uniquely Yamaha.
It's called Jinky Kano, and it's this core idea that whether you are playing a piano or riding a motorcycle, the machine shouldn't feel like some separate tool.
It should feel like an extension of your body, creating this deep, emotional, intuitive connection. It's why a Yamaha motorcycle is famous for its feel, and a Yamaha piano is praised for its touch. It's the exact same design soul, just in two very different bodies.
Now, let's be real. This strategy isn't foolproof. In the early 90s, Yamaha tried to make the ultimate leap, building a supercar called the OX9911. It used their Formula One engine technology, a perfect horizontal transfer, right? But the project was a total disaster. It cost $800,000, the market crashed, and the whole thing got canceled. It's a powerful lesson that even the smartest strategy has its limits.
So let's put all the pieces of this puzzle together. Because when you look at all of Yamaha's products side by side, you can finally see this elegant, unseen logic that connects every single one of them.
This slide right here basically lays it all out. You can see the direct lines. Musical instruments gave birth to the casting tech for their motorcycles. The audio gear gave them the LSI chip knowledge that powers their network routers. We didn't even get into their fiberglass tech, which went from making boats to making backyard swimming pools. You see, nothing is random. It's all connected. So here's the bottom line, the big takeaway. Yamaha isn't a music company that also happens to make motorcycles. No, it is a technology company that simply expresses its mastery of wood, metal, and electronics in different forms. And it doesn't matter if that form is a piano, a motorcycle, or a router. And that really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other paradoxes are out there? What hidden technological DNA connects the other products and brands that we all use every single day?